Vikram stared out at the congested Delhi streets. The air, thick with dust and car exhaust, pressed in on him. He felt trapped, his dreams stifled by the lack of opportunity. Canada. The word was a beacon of hope. A promise whispered on the wind. Canada meant a stable future, a good job, the chance to send money home to his parents. He had promised them a better life. His father, a chaiwala with hands gnarled by years of hard work, deserved a peaceful retirement. His mother, her back bent from years of washing clothes, deserved a life free of worry. Vikram clutched his acceptance letter to the University of Calgary, mechanical engineering. It was his ticket out, his chance to make good on his promises. A bittersweet joy filled him. Leaving his family, his friends, his beloved Delhi would be painful, but it was a pain he was willing to bear. For them, for his parents, he would cross oceans and build a new life. The plane soared, carrying Vikram towards his destiny. Excitement warred with apprehension in his chest. He looked out the window at the clouds, fluffy and white against the azure sky. They looked like cotton candy, like the ones he used to buy for his little niece at India Gate. A pang of longing shot through him. He closed his eyes, his parents' faces swimming before him. Their tear-filled eyes reflected his own mixed emotions. His father's rough hand on his shoulder, the weight of his expectations. His mother's whispered prayers, her blessings echoing in his ears. He clutched the small amulet his mother had given him, a tiny silver Ganesha, the remover of obstacles. He would need all the help he could get. Canada was a world away, a land of strangers and unknown customs. He was a lone voyager, sailing into uncharted waters, his heart heavy with hope and uncertainty. Calgary greeted him with a blast of icy air. Vikram shivered, pulling his thin jacket tighter around him. The cold was different here, sharper, piercing through his clothes as if they were mere cobwebs. The sky was a vast expanse of grey, the sun a pale ghost struggling to break through. Everything felt strange, unfamiliar. The towering buildings, the wide streets, the hurried pace of life. People rushed by, their faces hidden behind scarves and hats, their voices lost in the wind. Vikram felt a wave of loneliness wash over him. He missed the warmth of human interaction, the easy camaraderie of Delhi, the smell of spices wafting from street vendors, the sound of laughter and chatter, the comforting chaos of his homeland. Here, he was invisible, just another face in the crowd. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Vikram worked tirelessly, his days spent searching for jobs, his nights studying to upgrade his qualifications. Rejection letters piled up, each one a blow to his carefully constructed confidence. The cost of living was high, his savings dwindling faster than he had anticipated. He haunted Indian grocery stores, seeking solace in familiar sights and smells. The aroma of turmeric and coriander, the sight of bright packets of spices, the sound of Hindi music playing softly in the background, all provided a momentary respite from his loneliness. He called home every week, his heart aching to hear his parents' voices. He painted a rosy picture of his life in Canada, not wanting to worry them with his struggles. He spoke of job interviews, of making new friends, of the beauty of the Canadian Rockies. But the lie tasted like ash in his mouth, the weight of his unspoken burdens heavy on his soul. One evening, Vikram received a call from his mother. Her voice, usually bright and cheerful, was strained, her words hesitant. His father was unwell. The doctors had found something, a shadow on his lungs, the world tilted on its axis. Vikram's carefully constructed world, the life he had so meticulously built in Canada, crumbled around him. Fear, sharp and cold, gripped his heart. His father, his strong, stoic father, who never complained, who carried the weight of the world on his shoulders without a murmur. Cancer. The word echoed in his mind, a death knell to all his hopes and dreams. He had to go home, to be with his family, to support them, to care for his father in his time of need. But what about his dreams, his promises? What about the life he was building in Canada?